Hey, good life riders, welcome back to the vlog. This week, well, actually this is our 5-minute Friday, and today we're going to talk about what I actually taught my daughter the other night when we were out on the Sportster doing some first time riding a motorcycle. I did this with both my daughter and my son when I taught them. So we sat them down, I put them on the bike. Actually, first I got on the bike and I went through this stuff with them. I showed them what each of the controls are. Brake here, brake down there, throttle, clutch over here, the on off and the start, and low and horn and blinkers, and then your shift levers over here. And on this bike, this is my brain shut off. This is my choke. So what I did then is I had them get on it, and I had them actually start the bike from the beginning, and I told both of them, you know, if you run into problems, if you get freaked out, pull in the clutch and turn the bike off. My daughter got into problems and she forgot that. She, freaked out a little bit and turned the thing and hit and pulled her brake, and it kind of, one time she kind of jumped ahead a little bit, and the other time she, didn't pull the clutch in. She let it out and it dropped the clutch, and it basically stopped the bike. So those kinds of things happen. So, but it only happened twice. I thought that was pretty good. She dropped the bike once because she pulled the front brake with the handlebars turned, and she dropped the clutch once and did one of them jerky starts. So then what we did is we started out, I had her put it in gear, and then I had her let out on the clutch until the bike started to roll ahead. Not even doing anything with the throttle. I said, I only have to use one hand, and we can, and then just start and stop and roll just that little amount. We don't have to go very far. And then we graduated to, she'd get going and give it a little bit of gas and then stop. Initially she was just doing it and would get going, and then she would use her feet to stop. Then I told her, use your front brake, keep going forward. Of course, we weren't on gravel. And so then when she got to where she would do that, and then she would stop. And then I told her, go ahead and put your feet up and roll forward a little bit more. So she was still, and initially this clutch is a little hard to pull, it being a 2001, and we put a heavier clutch pack in it. So she was having a little bit of a challenge with that. My son, when he did it, he seemed to be okay. He cut on to things a little bit faster, and we actually had him shift into second when we was right up. So after we got to that, then she would roll forward. I told her, stop it with the brake and then use the top brake to slow it down. So when you get going, and then use your brake and put your foot down, and then finish it with your top as you put your top foot down. So we did that a few times, and then I was having her roll forward and then turn around. It was a lot wider than this. She would turn around, and then I told her to come to a stop, put both feet down, and then start again. Roll forward, and she would go up to the end of the section. Well, actually we were doing it on one end. So I would have her go this way, and then, so there was 3 sections in that road, and then she would go around. Looks like there's a car coming. She would go around one way, and then she would go around the other way. So we did that practice of going forward and turning left, and then forward and turning right, and then she would come to a stop again. And then we got to where I was having her just ride, and she would just ride along without stopping and just rode in big circles. So I'd have her ride and she would pull in the clutch a little bit as she would make her turn, and then she would ride to the other end, and she would pull in her clutch and make her turn, and then I had her do it the other way. So she would go around like that, and then she would go around the other one, so that she was doing left hand and right hand turns. So, and then we continued on to the parts where you got to see, and those were the steps that I went through to teach my daughter how to begin riding. We never even talked about switching into second or third. We just did the basics of rolling, doing a little bit of turns, getting used to the bike, and then I had her do some cones weaving, because I wanted her to see that she could, you know, could move the bike and could weave, and the bike could dip and sway, and she would have no problems. So she did well the first time, and we'll continue on. I have some different little turnaround things and some more advanced things that I got from a guy from, I think, Denmark, and then no, the Netherlands, somewhere up there, and in Europe. And then also I've got a Gold Wing Association practice course, and so I've got those number of different things that we're going to use to continue practicing before I actually have them go take the motorcycle safety course. And then, so that's something that I would recommend to anybody starting out, is that you take a motorcycle safety course. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and you learned a little something there. If you're just starting out riding motorcycle, those are the things you can do, and get used to your motorcycle before you actually go to the motorcycle safety course. They may teach you those things in a basic course. I don't remember. I went to a more advanced course, and was kind of taught. My dad put me on a bike and kind of just said, go. And we went out and rode, and it scared the crap out of me when I got up to highway speed. I was hanging on so tight, I was white knuckling it. But those are the things I did to teach everyone. If you enjoy this and want to learn more, go ahead and subscribe and follow along. We're going to talk some more in the future about some riding skills. I'm not an expert, but I have tried to improve my skills. And till next time, keep the sunny side up, keep the rubber side down, and have an utterly awesome day.